the one, the only Lexa Lubanga. She's a founder of an amazing platform. It's a festival called Readathon. How are you doing, Lexa? How are you?
Hi.
It's good to finally meet you.
Yes, thank you so much.
You know, I've heard so many good things about you. Don't worry, nothing bad. And I was just like, what? You know, she must be very legendary.
I know.
Yeah. Like, karibu sana. How's your life? How are you doing? You know, how was your day?
Okay, thank you so much, by the way. This is my first radio interview.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure people are listening. Hey, guys. This is my first radio interview, and it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Because of what I do in the Kenyan book space. My day was great. I was at work.
Yeah.
I went back home to change and then just came here straight. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. My life is not really okay at this moment. I lost a best friend and a friend to many people, to the Kenyan literary space and to the world at large, Major Mwangi, who was so close to me. And so I'm trying to take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'll get out of all this, but I know he would want me to go on and, you know, to do the work that I'm doing and to smile, because he used to smile a lot.
Yeah, it was very, he was a happy guy.
Yeah, very, very happy. Major, we would talk for hours and we would laugh at every single thing. So me remembering that he would want me to laugh is, you know, at least helping me get by with my day and my work.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, RIP to Major Mwangi, and of course, my heart goes out to his family. Guys, if you don't know who Major Mwangi is, he's a Kenyan author. He's written tons of books, you know. I thought it was 16. It's actually 26.
Yes, 26.
He's published
counting.
26.
Yes.
Yeah. And amazing books, actually. And we'll actually talk about him a bit later on.
Okay.
But for folks who are meeting you for the first time right here on SpiceFM, maybe you can tell us what you do and why you love to do what you do.
Okay. So, hi guys, my name is Lexa Lubanga. I come from Bungoma. I like honoring my village because that village made me. And I studied English and literature in campus. So I've trained to be a teacher of English for the high school level. In the Kenyan book space, I've been called so many names, good names of course, but one that has been going around recently is a literary activist. I never even imagined I would be called an activist. But
you don't consider yourself to be one?
I don't know. I like doing what I do, and then, you know, just disappear and go have my silence. But now that activist name has me, you know, moving around and doing everything that I have to do. And then there's also another name, Literary Dynamo. I've been called that.
That's a good one. Literally Dynamo.
Yes.
Literary Dynamo. Okay.
And my author friend called me a literary tornado.
These are heavy terms.
I know.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It just shows the impact that you've had in the space.
Yes. So that has been brought about with the things that I do in the Kenyan book space. I'll start off with my initiative called Kenyan Readathon, which simply translates to a reading marathon. So you read as much as you can, when you can, and you share your reading progress with others, but keep it Kenyan. So you could read whatever you'd like to, you know, whatever works for you. You could pick a poetry book. You could decide to read newspapers every day, because our newspapers are written by Kenyans and they're great writers. You could decide to read or rather engage with oral literature. That's still it builds our community. It defines people around us and all that. So I had started my, let me call it activism, silent activism, before now getting into the Kenyan Readathon, and, you know, being active in the Kenyan book space, mostly on social media, because you know, not so much was going on. I was not active in book events and all that. I was still busy in campus, and I was still shy being around people. So I would do a lot of things on social media, and mostly Instagram.
Yeah.
And the side of Instagram which you dedicate to sharing book content is called Bookstagram. Or the side of YouTube where you dedicate to share book content is called BookTube. So I was majorly on those spaces. I even created a BookTube channel. I created I was having an Instagram account, but I changed it to be a Bookstagram account where I just share book content. So I was actively involving myself in these spaces, and then I saw the need to promote Kenyan writers. Okay, a lot some initiatives were doing so already, but they're not so vigorous and focusing on those who are not well known. People would just mention only a handful of Kenyan authors that they know of, or the ones that they read in high school for their their exams.
Like a set piece, set book, whatever.
But they wouldn't mention like 5 Kenyan writers, I mean female writers, or 5 male writers, and just at a go without thinking too hard or using the internet. So I was like, why not hop on this trend? Because in the book community, a lot of these things happen: readathons, book challenges and all that, just to get people to read and to make it fun, as opposed to some people who make reading a task. It shouldn't be a task.
It shouldn't be daunting. It should be fun.
So I was like, let me do something for Kenyan literature. And it's out of passion. I really loved talking about Kenyan works and sharing what I would get. I was still in campus when I created this initiative, and so I launched it. No, I put it out. I put out an announcement in August 2020 for it to happen in September. So I chose September to be the official Readathon month, Kenyan Readathon month.
Nice.
And so September happened, and it was so great. The reception was so great. I was like, this is not what I had expected.
When was the first one? When was the first Readathon?
2020.
Yours? Oh, 2020. September. So it's been, 5 years now?
Yes. And this year we celebrated the 6th edition.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So what really excites you about the Kenyan book space and where it's headed towards?
First of all, I just love Kenyan stories, and I like that our writers are making effort not for our stories to be forgotten. Those that create a community. I love the sense of having a community around you, and not just writing about other things, but writing about your community, something that will draw you back to your place, to your language, to your people. So I like that the book community is taking shape to archive our stories from where we actually come from, and our languages that some are being forgotten and all that. So yeah, a lot would be said about the Kenyan book space, but I like that authors are actually writing. Yes, and people are interested in reading.
So there's a bunch of new authors coming up, giving us different narratives about the Kenyan experience. Let me ask you, in terms of the evolution, which one is coming up faster? Is it the authors or the readers? What's your view?
So that really depends. With times keep on changing, and a lot of factors affect how things are brought up. If I'd give an example of the 70s, the literary space in the 70s, there were so many authors, there were so many writers. I think that's when, after the decade where Kenyans were first published, that's in the 60s, and then now the 70s, there's an overload of writers and all that. So we get more readers knowing about them in the 80s, moving up, and then there's all the readership would go down at some point, and then it will shoot up, and then the authorship would also shoot up. For now, this decade we're in right now, the authorship is it's way up.
It's taken off.
Yes, so many Kenyans are writing. There's a lot. I cannot even keep count. As compared to like 5 years, I would so easily know who is this. Can I speak Swahili?
I mean, come on, we're Kenyan. Put it out there however you want.
what was I saying? There's so many writers now, and I like that people are writing. The readership is
it's not so defined. You can't really tell.
Yeah, because I myself I can't keep up. It's a good thing that I can't keep up with the authors that are coming up. It's a good thing as compared to like 5 years ago. I would know, you'd mention me a name and I would know. I would not necessarily have read the book, but I will know the name, because that was one aim of the Readathon. At least know a name. Save it in your mind. Then like a month from now, you can pick up the book and read. Or if someone asks you, could you please mention a Kenyan author or recommend them, and that is that you have a name at least and something to say a little bit about them. So for now, there's writers are writing. It's a lot. We're all working. Everyone is working on getting people to read our works. Yeah, maybe they'll slow down, but you can't control it. If it's happening, it's happening.
So my view is it's very hard to tell, just like you mentioned. It's very hard to tell what exactly is going on with the readership due to the internet, right? And maybe because of that, the authors also have to probably find a way of making, some of their works accessible to the readers. You know what I mean? Do you think the internet has a role to play with regards to, some of the changing patterns of the Kenyan reader?
So it really depends with how with what they're writing about and what they're producing. Right now, I'd say the literatures that are being produced are very simple, something that you could easily jump from using your phone to reading a chapter and then coming back. You're not really glued to that book, not unless it's actually very, very very, very different writing. And there's a different group of readers now. Yeah, younger readers. They're trying to consume quick reads, and I don't know if I'm answering your question.
No,
right,
you're on point.
Yeah. So, but then there's also a way our authors could make good use of the internet, because I created an initiative on the internet, and it's already doing so well right now. And I always encourage them to take the chance when the Readathon is running, engage with readers online, because that's the only way you're going to get a new audience and have people not just in Kenya or reading you, because the Readathon is being viewed from readers all over. I get reviews from other African countries or out of the continent. So it really depends. If an author wants to make good use of the internet to reach their readers, then they can do that. Yeah.
Do you think the younger generation of readers are excited about physical books?
No. No, and it's not really nice, I'd say. I like when people, keep libraries in their homes, because, you're keeping it for the next generation. And, ebooks really hurt the author, especially Kenyan authors, because, once a Kenyan book is circulated, that is that a Kenyan author wouldn't get anything out of it. And most of them write for the income, which is a good thing. It's your craft. Let your craft pay you.
Yeah.
But then when these young readers keep on asking for ebooks and PDFs, it's just they don't understand the value of literature.
I know, right?
And all that.
Yeah, there's something about the texture, the feel of a physical book,
and the smell of
it, especially if it's old.
Old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I really hope they'll change and just get into walking into a bookshop, spending like an hour, and at least just come up with a book, and at least a way of supporting Kenyan writing.
What surprised you the most when you launched Readathon?
What surprised me, like the reception.
The reception. What didn't you expect, or what excited you? Talk to me about the whole experience.
Okay, so I was so excited. If you watch my first video of making the announcement, I was smiling all through. I was so excited. I filmed the video at our home library in Bungoma again. We have a library at home.
Very nice.
So I'd made good use of the library to make content for my booktube channel. So I was so excited about it. I went all in, and at that time I didn't have a big social media following. I was just starting the channel. I think I had 100 or 150 subscribers. And my Instagram, now Bookstagram, it had around 1,000 or less, and my Twitter maybe 100. You understand. My social media had a very low following, and I didn't care about that. I didn't mind about that. I was like, let me do what I have to do.
Yeah.
But I used YouTube mainly because that's where you can reach people out of Kenya easily, quickly. That was my only way of trying to get people, not just only Kenyans, to participate in the Readathon, but people out of the country. And there was already a booktube community, an international booktube community that I had joined and made a few friends. So when you post a video, they'll comment and they'll share and all that. So once I did the announcement, I put it out there, and I started, people started being interested. It was so overwhelming. My social media started growing. I was so excited. It really fueled my what's the word? My passion for doing more book content.
Yeah.
So that really excited me. People being interested. I was like, okay, now this is something.
Was it mostly Kenyans or people in other parts of the world?
Mostly Kenyans, but of course I'd get support from people from different parts of the world. But then it started growing because people from even the UK would participate. Jamaica, other countries of the continent, African continent, India, and it gave me so much happiness. So that excited me. And another thing, now when we were officially launching it in 2021, I got support from two initiatives, Ukombozi Library and Comrades Book House. With their patron, is it their patron or he's part of it, Njuki, Professor Njuki. He really liked the idea, and I was still young and I was super excited. I had the energy. I was like, yes, let's launch it. Let's do a second edition. So that also excited me when we launched it.
Right.
Yeah.
So first of all, for the record.
Okay.
It's my first time to hear of the word Bookstagram and Booktube.
Really?
Excuse my ignorance.
No way.
I promise you, I'm just like, what? Kumbe, there's a space for, book lovers and enthusiasts like us. I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Kenyans are a bunch over there.
A lot, even on Book Talk.
It's called, there's one called Book Talk as well.
Yeah, for TikTok. Now it's
Girl,
Book Talk.
you are really, you're educating me. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you. Please just clarify, yeah?
Okay.
At what point did it actually hit you and you're like, you know what, I have the right idea, to launch this amazing thing called, the Readathon, this really very unique festival, or initiative. When, at what point exactly did did it hit you that you're supposed to launch this really amazing initiative?
Well, I had not even thought you'd ask me that.
Yeah.
I've never been asked that question. Honestly, I don't know. My emotions were just all over the place. I'd say my passion for books and my upbringing, it just made it so easy for me to blend into, this big idea.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
But how did you get the idea? Did you run into somebody doing something similar? Or
Yes. So... in the booktube community, there was my fellow Kenyan bookstagrammer doing an Afro fantasy lit readathon. So you read books, fantasy books written by African writers.
Okay.
And she did it for 2 weeks, and I participated. I was so excited about it. It was actually the only running sort of readathon at that time.
Right.
In Africa, I would say that.
Wow.
and she did a very good job. Soila Kenya. Her name is Soila Kenya. She's actually doing something right now. She's created what is it called? A survey where she's trying to get people to key in the set books they did for the 844 since 1985 up to now. I'll send you the link if you'd like to participate in the survey.
I'd love to,
Yeah, so, you know, she keeps on doing stuff in the book space, and she's just so brilliant.
Yeah.
And we were doing collaborative projects. We even did a Major Mwangi readathon with her.
Yeah.
We co-hosted. So I was so excited about it. And, you know, me marrying my passion for Kenyan literature and all that. So it just sort of like happened. It was so easy.
It was very seamless.
Yeah.
Hold it right there. Guys, we're on Culture Kitchen. I'm hanging out with the icon Lexa Lubanga. She's the founder of this really dope space. It's called the Kenyan Readathon. It's an initiative, almost like a festival, and we're talking the future of Kenyan literature. We're going to be back shortly, right after Christelle, Michelle, a couple of forevers, 20 Kazi. Right now, it's 7:45.
More of the classics and the hits you love. 94.4 Spice FM, Nairobi.